We've all seen Bill O'Reilly's Meltdown.
Do it live!
But have you ever wondered what it was actually like behind the scenes? That environment that led him to let's do it live? Well, luckily it's me, your friendly neighborhood journalist, to contextualize what you're watching. Like Louis XIV, Les Trois, c'est moi, does break down this famous or infamous Bill O'Reilly clip and contextualize what a studio's like, what a control room's like, what's happening, who's the voice you're hearing, why is Bill O'Reilly freaking out? Let's break it down. Let's actually understand this clip.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what...
Immediately what we're shown here is what's called the closing segment of a show. They're now recording usually a quickly pre-taped ending, which usually involves a video clip. Oh, here's this, look at these young puppies. And leave the viewer with something positive. It's a pretty standard technique in broadcast journalism. And Bill O'Reilly cannot read what's on the teleprompter, or he can't understand it, which is why you see him start to get frustrated.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but... Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
And if you're wondering, what is it really like in that studio? So, if I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I'm looking deadhead towards the camera, and the camera is going to have a teleprompter on it. And that teleprompter speed is going to be controlled by a person sitting in some dark room called a control room. I'm sure you've heard the phrase. And that one person works in the control room along with the executive producer and often a few associate producers who will be sometimes responsible for cutting to camera A, cutting to camera B when Bill O'Reilly was doing an interview during the show. So in the control room, there's probably about 4 people. And then in the studio with Bill O'Reilly, you have the person maneuvering the camera, which the teleprompter is attached to, but they don't really have anything to do with it. They're just kind of making sure they're focused on Bill O'Reilly.
Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out?
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
And Bill O'Reilly is trying to communicate to his producer saying, listen, the teleprompter, either the person that wrote in the script for the teleprompter, which was the line producer, sometimes they're in the control room, sometimes they're not, sometimes they just put it into the software and they're off doing something else. And it can be sometimes difficult to change the teleprompter on the fly. And then you hear the executive producer, that's the voice from God, go, he's double checking the teleprompter. There's Sting to play us off. No, okay, that's right. He's checking that his associate producer didn't write something wrong. He's communicating back to Bill O'Reilly. No, there it is. It's Sting. You know, it's the singer from the Police.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but... Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay.
You can just hear his executive producer go, okay, well, just read the thing, Bill.
Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out?
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
To play the song, Bill. Sting, the artist. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red lights.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
So now that Bill O'Reilly's finally figured out with his executive producer what the words on the teleprompter means, you can see he looks at his watch because he realizes that they're going to be back from commercial and they haven't pre-recorded the ending segment yet. They haven't pre-recorded the closing segment, but he's still got to record it. So they're going to come back from commercial break, and since they don't have the pre-recorded segment to just run, he's got to now wing it, which you see him just kind of do. He says a couple words, let's watch.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3.
If you're wondering about the break, where Bill O'Reilly says a couple words, and that's tomorrow, and then you can hear the executive producer go, okay, that's right, we're going to count you down again before we hit record, which is going to be the proper recording that we're going to run as soon as we're back from commercials. So it might not be slightly live, but we're not going to be fully recorded either. So we're going to come back from commercial break, and it's going to be kind of a 9-minute lag. That's okay, we're just going to run it again. That's what's happening in real life, in between the control room and the studio. Let's keep watching.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
So you can see he's still struggling with it. He hasn't quite come up, how to ad-lib what he wants to say for the closing segment. At this point, They got probably 10 seconds left on the clock before they cut back to him. Commercial's over. She's like, all right, I'm gonna wing it. Bill O'Reilly style. Working man, even though I went to Harvard.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
You can see him just melt down here at the end after they've cut his mic. I don't know, perhaps the interview he had on the show prior was very contentious. Perhaps he was getting a divorce. Perhaps he was settling one of those lawsuits he was having to deal with. Who knows? But whatever it was a bad day for Bill O'Reilly, caught on camera, and some producer or some editor who had access to the old Insider Edition tapes released it for our enjoyment. Curiously, just as a side note, a little journalist side note, I find it interesting that the quote-unquote producer that leaked the tape of, oh my gosh, I've forgotten her name now, where she talks about Jeffrey Epstein and how they're going to run the story. ABC News calls up CBS and says, listen, this lady who leaked the video, you should fire her. And they fire this poor young girl, but the people that leaked the Bill O'Reilly segment, never heard about them again. They didn't get an interview with Megyn Kelly. Make of that what you will. Anyway, they want to support the channel, buy a mug. You can find them at stores. We're kidding. I don't have any sponsors. Anyway, if you found this video interesting, leave a like. If you dislike this video, leave a like. If you made it this far in the video, perhaps consider subscribing. You might have found something I said moderately. Un peu intéressant, as the French would say. Talk about journalism videos here. Sometimes we do journalism videos. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.